President Trump's crackdown on the border keeps bringing results. The president, writing on Truth Social, illegal border crossings last month were at the lowest ever recorded. Thank you, writes the president. This comes as the mayors of Boston, Chicago, Denver, and New York City, all sanctuary cities, will face the House Oversight Committee on Wednesday over claims that they refuse to cooperate with ICE on these deportations. Politico writes this: these mayors are consulting with advisors, hiring lawyers, preparing to redact documents ahead of a grilling by House Republicans, hoping to avoid the kind of Capitol Hill spectacle that embarrassed 3 Ivy League presidents a little over a year ago over anti-Semitism on college campuses. Well, they should be worried about that, Liz Peek. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I think it's pretty extraordinary that these mayors are standing in the way of policies, meaning mainly getting criminals out of their cities that their residents applaud. I mean, that's what we've seen in New York City, right? When all of this began, and they were talking about deporting people who've been accused of rape and murder and so forth, guess what? New Yorkers were very optimistic because we have seen videos of these young punks from Venezuela kicking and beating up our cops. Nothing happened to them, Maria. So guess what? Most New Yorkers were pretty tickled the idea that these guys were going to get booted out of New York and out of the country. So what in the world are these mayors talking about? What is their agenda? Who is supporting them? I think they have a lot to answer for.
Well, you're right. And, I mean, let's not forget the murder that we have seen, murders at the hands of illegal criminals. But even putting the murder aside, Mike and Cheryl, I mean, we all remember what just happened over the last year with crazy people running into the Chanel store, running into the Apple store, and just dumping everything in bags and stealing everything. Remember that? Okay, New York feels better since January 20th, doesn't it, Mike?
Maria, this is unbelievable. And this Michelle Wu from Boston, I don't know if you saw the clips over the weekend. Somebody was running around Boston stabbing people, and he was shot and killed. And the first thing she did was apologize to the aggressor, to the person, to the knife attacker. These are far left Bolsheviks running these cities into the ground. And I think if I was a Trump administration, I would arrest these people for interfering with ICE. Okay, you need to send a big statement to all these politicians that think they can stop federal law. Okay, and if you cannot hand over criminals, if the Boston jails and the Massachusetts jails are blocking ICE from going in and picking up illegal aliens, okay, that are convicted of sex crimes with minors, rape, murder, you name it, if our immigration people can't get in those jails, it's time to arrest every single person getting in the way of it. This is how you create a banana republic, by just throwing federal law enforcement out the window.
Yeah, exactly. Now meanwhile, Cheryl, another ICE operation was leaked, this time in Northern Virginia. Agents had a raid planned for today and tomorrow. Details said to be posted by a reporter, a migrant activist group, also repeating the details on social media, okay? Then telling illegal migrants what not to do if they meet an ICE agent. Here it is, ready? They write this: do not open the door without a warrant signed by a judge. Do not sign anything. Do not show any ID from a foreign country, Cheryl.
Trump derangement syndrome once again is happening. And this is why, but the problem here is, and we're especially seeing this in Los Angeles, is that these are putting the lives of our officers on the line and in danger, not just in these sanctuary cities, but also at the southern border. And that's why we need more protection, technology, more forces, which, by the way, Secretary Hegseth has just committed more to the southern border as far as personnel go. But, back to this sanctuary city hearing, Maria, it's the easiest answer. It is progressive policies that have derailed these cities, and all these mayors and all these Democratic mayors have to hold on to. It's their last grip. It's what we were talking about in the last segment with Bill Maher. Even Rahm Emanuel admits this has gotten ridiculous. They have nothing else. That party has no leadership. They have no message, no platform, and they were shown the door in November, and they just can't recover. I will tell you, a lot of these mayors, I don't know about Eric Adams, but I know that a couple others are seeking legal counsel and coaching before they go to the hearings, because they don't want to end up like the university presidents, where they have to resign because they're completely embarrassed and destroyed in front of a congressional hearing. So that's going to be very interesting to watch.
It sure is. What do you think, Liz?
Well, I would not want to be in that seat, and I just hope that Elise Stefanik or one of these other congressmen who are so good at asking these questions really try to pin them down, because Cheryl's right. They have no answers, Maria. They are thwarting federal law enforcement. And again, more important to politicians, they're on the wrong side of this issue. No, who are the constituents waving banners and saying, yeah, we want illegals committing crimes and harboring those people in our city? There is no constituency for that.
Of course not. All right, we are just getting started this hour.